Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to be out here with Andy. As you can probably see, I've managed to get his mane brushed out. We're going to eventually need to replace this lead rope too. I've got the mic on. I'm hoping you can hear me good with it. But yeah, we're out here. We have been working on, I'm experimenting with the clicker training. Touch. He says he's nervous. He's never been on TV before. Touch. He's still working on getting his forelock brushed out, but we're starting to be calmer whenever I go back towards his shoulder. As you see, he's not dancing off. He's not backing away. He doesn't like up by his ears touched so much, but we're all getting there. When he does something I want him to do, like if he's just standing and I want him to stand and feel it, we cluck. We're also doing this to keep from him biting. Okay. He's not too sure about his butt being touched with it yet today. That's the first time I've gone back that far, so I call that a win still. Nibble on it. If it's not my fingers or my body, I don't mind if he nibbles a little at it. It's just him checking it out and seeing what it's all about. As long as he doesn't bite a chunk off of it, we're good. Which more than likely he would spit it out. And he looks like he has scraped up his face a bit. I'm not sure why he's putting some hair loss on his face though. And it's okay. It's okay. Good boy. Right now, I'm just kind of working with him on me being able to go around him, mess with him, move him. I have a feeling he is one that there was a craze of a new technique of teaching your babies how to lead without being the one there to teach them how to lead. He's not too sure he likes that on his belly. And it's where they put the halter on him and the lead rope, and then they would put the collar on the donkey and the lead rope attached to the collar, and the donkey would teach them how to lead. Now, I am not saying that this is a good or bad method. Never used it, so I have nothing against it or for it. I mean, I guess I could say I have a few against it because the rope, the collar is around the neck of the donkey. It's pulling on their neck too. But maybe if it was like a harness that went around their mid cage, wouldn't be as bad. But think about this also. The horse may learn to give to pressure, but without that human contact in here, he's not exactly learning to be okay around people. So we have a horse that leads. Great. What if he's too scared for you to get close to him? leads, but you can't even get up to him. We had, in some of the other horses that we got in with my friend, there was a beautiful Andalusian mare who needed a lot of weight, but one of the holdbacks with her was she was a older mare, probably 6 or 7. I would have loved to have had her, simply because I'm trying to get more into the English stuff and dabble with, more than just Western riding. Well, Andalusian would have been perfect for that. But I don't have the time to necessarily put in a halter breaking a 6 to 7-year-old large mare. Good, she was at least 17 and a half hands. I mean, she's a big mare. And I don't have time to halter break a mare of that size. No. He tried biting. I did not slap, I just poked. They know. But anyway, back to the story. I didn't have time to mess with a horse of that size to halter break her and to go on. She was one you couldn't get up to. Come on, baby. It's okay. She wouldn't go anywhere near you. Well, he wound up having to rope her, which I don't exactly like doing. But in this case, he had to rehome her and had to catch her somehow, so he roped her. Well, you would never believe what happened when he roped her, or what happened. She literally stopped moving, dropped her head, and followed along with him. She was halter roped. But she's scared of people, didn't want to be caught. Was sold through the auction ring untouched, just loose, so nobody knew anything about her. So when you have them like that, we don't like our legs touched, apparently. But we're going to have to get used to this. But when you have one untouched like that and they run through loose, they have less chances of surviving, through the, as they call it, the slaughter pipeline, which it's not really a slaughter pipeline. I mean, dude, it's an auction. It's the same as a car auction or even a garage sale. Garage sales aren't exactly dump pipelines, are they? I mean, you still find good stuff there. Goodwill is not exactly a dump pipeline. I mean, so the auction house isn't a direct ship dump line to the slaughterhouse. People who sell in auctions sell for various reasons. Yes, there is no doubt people out there selling for profit, just to get more and more, to do whatever they, to get more money. Not that there's any money really in horses, but some of them for sure do that. But if you have, say, 3 horses, and you're working a job to where you're able to pay your mortgage, buy food for yourself, food for your horse, gas, and everything else, and then say you lose that job. Something happens and they either do layback or layoffs, or the company goes under, or they just don't want you there anymore, and you lose that job. Market the way it is now, it's hard to find a new job. Say you can't find a new job in a few months. Maybe you had enough built up for that you were fine until then. It was going to be tight. Are you going to continue to hold on to those horses even though you might not be able to afford to feed them? Or yourself may not be able to afford your mortgage anymore? Or are you going to try and sell them? You may have been trying to sell them all this time. Good boy. And there's just no buyers because it's a hard market out there. You know? So say you still have them, you've had them up for sale, you've reduced the prices, you've dropped it down to the lowest you'd want to go, which would be, probably $300 per horse. You wouldn't want to go any lower than that. And I know some of you are thinking, well, giving them away for free would be just as good then, but not necessarily, because giving them away for free, that's usually the slaughter buyer that definitely comes to pick them up. Taking them to an auction gives them the chance that it will be a good buyer. It will be a bad buyer. But if you have a nice horse, you hope that it goes to a good home. There are good homes out there. We're one of them. We got him and a bunch of others from an auction house. We didn't slaughter them. So I hate, sorry about being on this, but I really hate people calling auction houses direct ship line, because they're not. It's an auction house that sells livestock to people who are willing to buy. That's all it is. Not every person you see in there is a slaughter buyer. In fact, there's generally, in our local place, there was only 2 in the whole place. Whole auction house. There was 2. Some of this that he's doing is because he's still a stud. And he has been able to get away with it with everybody else. Some of it's because he's a baby. All of it's because he's never been handled before. So he's just having to learn. There are plans to get him gelded, yes. But for now, with the flies and everything else, we're just not going to do it. Oh, we don't like patting, huh? Okay. Okay. As a little stud horse, with things he doesn't like, he has learned with the others, if they do something he doesn't like, he'll bite them, or he'll kick them. But with us, he can't do either one of those. So he has to learn how to use other language to tell me he doesn't like it. And then I'm using his language, trying to, best I can as a two-legged person, to show him that I don't mean any harm. He's doing pretty good, though. I'm excited for what we're going to see with him. He's probably around 14 hands now as a 2-year-old, so he'll probably get to be about 15, 2, maybe 16, now that he's got good food going in. And he's not, as you notice, he's not quite as belly chunky. But I'll get off the soapbox for now, guys, and show you more of Mr. Andy, who has little tiny white hairs all over his body. I haven't figured out if he's going to go gray, or if maybe he carries a Sabino gene, or what. I think he's to the point where he's ready for me to start moving him out and calling him in, which I can't do with this long rope on him, but we'll probably start that as soon as I can get another one to go on here. I found a rope, I just got to get it off of what it's on now, put a snap on it. There's also the chance he's going to go gray. trying the clicker thing with him because I've wanted to try it with somebody and I just haven't yet. And as curious and food motivated as he is, I thought it'd be a good one to try it. So far it's going okay. I mean, he's a little nippy. I don't even know if you guys can still see it. He's a little nippy, but he's getting better. So again, how I'm doing that, get the results I want, and then click. I have already preconditioned him to know that that click, or clonk as I'm calling it before, normally, because a click would, is click, so clonk would be the deeper, right? Anyway, when I get what I like, I do the clonk. And he already knows that that means, good boy, you get a treat for that. He knows no. He knows the So, he's a smart one. He also has a wart on his nose. It looks like he's developing a second one. And that is from Toby. Toby came in to us with warts, and he has given them to the other horses. Don't know what kind they are. We'll have to figure it out. But anyway, hopefully you can still see all of that. We will keep working with him. We're going to keep videoing it, and we'll keep showing his progress. Still think there's some Arab in there. Look at that art. Anyway, I'm going to put some clip in this that we did earlier when we were going through the back pasture to see what kind of grazing we had back there still, if any. I'll put that in at the end of this, and then we'll go from there. I think he's doing good. I think he's going to be a good boy one of these days. Use your ears, bud. Use your ears. Well, till next time. You want those? Alright, I'll catch up with you guys later. close this video out with a little bit of a rube after eating grass. Heard the girls are doing good. Herms, come here. Come here. Heard the girls are doing good. 2 of them have been bred so far. So that's good. Hermie says my fingers stink. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. See you next time. Bye.